Today we're gonna seize the day. We got some crazy games to play today. Game Away!
Hey guys, Nick and Will from Game Away here, excited to bring you our review for the new fighting sensation, Pokken Tournament, a fully fledged arcade fighter with an interesting roster of Pokemon.
Does it deliver the kind of matchups and fighting that we've always dreamed of? Or does it make things just a little too complicated? Let's get into the game. In the wake of Pokemon's 20th anniversary, this long-awaited title has made its debut to keep the hype train rolling. A first for the Pokemon series, Bandai Namco shakes things up for us with a unique fighting game in a most likely non-canonical new world. Out of the box, Pokken is a fully fledged fighting game ripe with gameplay modes, customization options for your avatar, and Pokemon, and a comprehensive training suite. The meat of the single-player experience is in its Ferrum League, in which players fight through 5 skill tiers to be the very best that no one ever was. Each is comprised of qualifying fights, a tournament, and promotion battles against a special trainer. In between these fights, Bandai slapped on the story of a mysterious trainer and a corrupted Mewtwo, and you'll need to find the cause of it. The roster is small, so most of the matches in the single-player mode will kind of blur together. The single-player mode is set up like a tournament, so that's why it feels this way. Hopefully, downloadable characters will be added in the future to alleviate this problem. In the beginning, you'll meet Nia, the Navi-esque tutorial lady that guides you through, and she is everywhere in the game. Love her or hate her, she talks quite a bit and gives you every possible bit of situational commentary you'd never wanted.
Bet they're aching for the Pokemon Center after that. They've got the lead. Keep an eye out for any openings. There's a huge amount of power on the field.
Luckily, you can turn her off if need be.
It took over 20 years of waiting to get a Pokemon game where the Pokemon are fighting in real-time combat, and now that it's here, I wouldn't have it any other way. The gorgeous visuals is what every Pokemon fan have always wanted. The fighters and assist fighters are very well crafted, especially with the particle effects flying around in the volcanic area. Every chance I get, I look towards the background to find all of the little details and notice the cleverly hidden Pokemon that roam throughout the battlefield. While I wasn't impressed with the animations of the people and the Pokemon in the background, it's still a nice flourish that adds life to each stage. The Pokemon themselves exhibit their own personalities and emotions, making them more pleasing to look at. For example, Braixen has a cute and sassy idol personality, and Gengar is the jester of the roster, fleshing out unique fighters in a way similar to the Pokemon TV show.
Pokken has an intricate combat system that delivers in waves for patient fighters, and button mashing or spamming doesn't get you too far. Character balancing is clear and developed. Each character's style must be recognized in order to succeed or gain any ground with your Pokemon of choice. Using 6 buttons and your movement options, you'll have all that you need to battle your opponents. Although as a beginner, the combat is a poke war, you'll eventually be able to input specific attack chains that will deliver a more definitive fighting experience no matter which unique character you choose. Developer Bandai Namco was able to keep the RPG elements intact by splitting battles into 2 phases called Field Phase and Duel Phase. In the Field Phase, players have full movement options and are able to deal some damage to their opponents using ranged or up-close combat. Doing enough damage or landing specific attacks will transition the battle into Duel Phase, where the game becomes more Tekken and Street Fighter-like. The limited movement and moveset forces direct confrontations, and it's in this phase where the attack triangle really shines through. The core fighting mechanic is called the attack triangle, and is what you'll find in other fighting games like Tekken. Let's review them to understand why it's called that. Normal attacks are your standard type of attack that almost every type of move falls under. Throw attacks are attacks that latch onto your opponent and have a small animation. In other fighting games, opponents' grabs can be cancelled by pressing the grab button, but in Pokken that is absent. Thirdly, there are counterattacks. These can turn your opponent's attacks against them. Counterattacks can also be cancelled into a dash, which can lead to some crazy combos.
Now, why is it called an attack triangle? Well, normal attacks beat throw attacks beat counterattacks, and if someone is in the guarding stage of their counterattack, you can throw them for a critical hit. And lastly, counterattacks beat normal attacks. If an attack lands on an opponent charging up their counterattack, it will be blocked and hit back at them. Think of it like Smash 4 if it was good. Think of it like a hardcore version of rock, paper, scissors. Once you beat your opponents enough, you'll be able to use Synergy. Synergy is a new ability that is heavily involved with the plot, and its main use is for hyper-damaging combos. During a battle, a gauge near the bottom left is filled by delivering damage to your opponents, and once maxed out, can be used to power up your Pokemon, or Mega Evolution them. In this mode, moves are more powerful with extra hit frames for most special attacks. And the Pokemon also has access to a Synergy Burst. These are powerful cinematic special attacks that will definitely make you jump out of your chair if you just happen to barely claim victory. Beyond that, the meter isn't used for anything other than enhancing abilities, and your meter carries over to the next round. Moving on, amiibos are compatible with this game, though in a minuscule way. You can scan any 5 amiibo a day that gives you random unlocks such as equipment to stylize your avatar, or Pokegold, which is the in-game currency. If you bought the copy on or near launch day, you get a special Black Mewtwo amiibo card that temporarily unlocks the character for play for that session. Yes, it is indeed temporary. Pokegold is only used for equipment and costumes for your Pokemon and your avatar, and you can only earn it via amiibo or in matches. If you don't like the options, just play the single-player campaign to unlock more. The online-driven customization system makes the experience unique to each person. A nice little gesture to give the players incentives for ranked battles and general replay value. Brave the online community with no fear. Hop on for good vibes all around as players get a severe penalty for rage quitting. This is a no-salt zone, ladies and gentlemen. You can level up and improve the statistics of any Pokemon in free and online battles, giving you the freedom to pursue any style whenever. Online gameplay is smooth as butter. So far, we have not had any issues, lag, or any bothersome disconnections save for rage quitters. Looks like Nintendo is starting to get the hang of online server connectivity.
The sounds of Pokken Tournament match the sights, upbeat and fast-paced. Each hit and impactful blast are prominent, often overtaking the music of the stage. Although that's not entirely a bad thing, the music serves its purpose in each theme, but doesn't entirely stand out. Plus, hearing the boom behind each attack feels so nice. To be honest, a big flaw is that the one audio sound that overpowers the rest is Nia's constant commentary. She never stops talking during a battle, so make sure you turn it off if that bothers you. Part of me wishes you didn't want to do that, but the volume of the chatter isn't nearly as bad as the voice acting in general. I'm sorry, but each random trainer that interacts with you will lazily recite lines that are at a much lower volume than the rest of the game. Nia is the most upbeat character, but she hardly shows any enthusiasm or emotion, much like the rest. And don't get me started on the first bracket leader.
Are you both okay? I've never seen a Pokemon suddenly appear and attack like that.
Is this why Pokemon games don't have voice
Just glad
acting?
things didn't turn nasty.
The story experience blurs together bad enough as it is without the same lackluster feedback from Nia every dang second. Couple that with the music, and the single-player campaign experience is dragged down by every bit of the audio. But hey, the Pokemon sound cute. Yep, folks, nothing but crisp sounds of Pokemon fighting or suffering to break the monotony of Nia's stellar commentary. So, should you play this game?
Yes!
The exciting and unique mechanics offer a fun and mostly online-driven experience that is rewarding no matter what Pokemon you play. Although the audio and story fall short, the action makes up for it, and the other two categories are good enough for a laugh.
Thanks for watching this video from GameAway. Now you wouldn't believe what is inside this channel. Click here to see. Only members of this group know the secrets of this channel. Click here to learn more.
This is a no-salt